Shri Chairman, Bombay Stock Exchange, Shri U.K. Sinha, Chairman, SEBI, Shri Ashish Chavan, MD and CEO, BSE, Shri R.K. Agrawal, Member, SEBI, representatives of various specialized government agencies in India, Mumbai Police, DRDO, industry associations, delegates, and all the stakeholders in cybersecurity, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed delighted to associate myself with the inauguration of the first cybersecurity and resilience conference organized by SEBI and the Bombay Stock Exchange. I congratulate BSE and SEBI for this excellent and timely initiative. I will especially thank Chairman of Bombay Stock Exchange, Shri S. Ramadore, for inviting me to this conference. This exposed me to the vastness and gravity of the subject that involves our national sovereignty and security, and not just economic security. India has emerged as a major economic power in the world. Nations of the world are vying with each other to forge a sustained partnership with India in many areas. The visits by heads of various states to India and the visit undertaken by our own Honorable Prime Minister to various countries have demonstrated that India has really arrived on the global stage. The emergence of India on the global economic stage was preceded by several success stories scripted by India, be it in the field of science and technology, space, particularly the successful Mars mission and information technology. The strides taken by India in information technology have particularly made the nation envy of the world. Information technology has revolutionized the life of our people, both in rural and urban areas. It has empowered the common man and improved the quality of the governance at the grassroots level. The rapidly evolving technology landscape is seen most spectacularly in the growth of telephony and internet usage. India has nearly 1 billion mobile phones users, which comes to 77.58%. There are 301 million internet users in the country. The financial services sector, in particular, has seen a number of innovations around digital technologies. The trading of securities in the stock market is now entirely driven by technology. Banks have switched to the computerized core operations. There was a time when people were knocking the doors of the banks to get loans. Today, banks are cajoling customers to avail their loans and credit cards. I often receive SMSs on my mobile phone stating that I have been granted a loan of a few lakhs without any ever asking for any. The growing adoption of internet and smartphones and the rising popularity of online banking, online trading, and e-commerce has made India one of the most favored countries among cyber criminals. According to a report, the number of cyber crimes in India may touch 3 lakh in 2015, almost double from the last year. The report further stated that mobile fraud have become an area of concern for companies, as 35–40% transactions are done via mobile devices these days. It is quite possible that cyber criminals, backed in some cases by hostile state sponsors and state players, will be turning their eyes and attention on financial nerve centers. I am told manipulation of stock exchanges is the new modus of operandi used by terrorist groups to raise funds for their operations. We need ecosystems to protect the economic sovereignty of the nation. We also need to evolve a foolproof cybersecurity mechanism to protect the economic integrity of our corporates, multinational corporations, and business organizations. The challenge is grave enough to demand a concerted strategy for the technical, business, and legal minds in the country. We have some of the best IT leaders in the world. We need to invest in improving our ability to protect our infrastructure, detect intrusions in real time, and always stay one step ahead of the perpetrators. Considering the adverse impact of the cyber attacks on business, it is imperative that the top managements of every organization become fully cognizant of the risks and threats posed to their business and organizations. They need to invest in people, processes, and technology to ensure the necessary resilience, quickly detect, act, and recover from cyber attacks. Every organization must have a digital forensic team to prevent and deal with such attacks. There is also a strong need to create the necessary regulatory framework that will ensure the creation of secure and private cyberspaces. India has a national cyber security policy which aims at protecting the public and private infrastructure from cyber attacks. We need suggestions from experts for the effective implementation of the policy. The Chief Minister of Maharashtra has announced the creation of a 1,000-strong cyber force to tackle cyber crimes. The government has also plans to set up cyber laboratories in every district with the help of NESCOM. While the government is doing its best to strengthen cyber security, there is also a real need to educate, inform, and sensitize our people and our youths about cyber security, cyber crimes, and on how to reduce their vulnerability to such crimes. India will be youngest nation in the world in terms of its demography profile. It is predicted that by 2020, an average age of Indian will be 29 years, 8 years younger than an average population of a Chinese and America. So we have to concentrate on our youngsters. We must think about them. Our children are very active. They are technology-friendly attitude. You find everywhere. Whenever we go to functions, our children will be attending cell phone games and internet games. And we cannot stop them because sometimes we do not know how to start, including me. I've got very low knowledge about it. Since I've come here, I cannot boast that I have got some knowledge. Even to give some speech here, I have to consult my friends. So our youngsters are very clever. They are internet friendly. We have to channelize their skills and how to use their force. We have to apply our mind at all levels. For instance, our children and elders, we are very much involved in Ganesha festivals during the festival days. Lord Ganesha acquired 4 Vidyas and 64 Kalas, arts. Because the Lord Ganesha was multitasking, he acquired so many knowledges. His Vahana was Mushika, mouse. Now our youngsters, they are playing the same mouse every day. That is in their hand. They are in front of the computer and they are traveling throughout the world. So they are very, very important for us. We must think about them. Our youngsters, as you are aware, so many years back, they are spread over the entire world. They unfurled the flag of information technology in Silicon Valley and other places of the world. We are proud of them. Similarly, the youngsters who are in the colleges, they are confined to their own subjects. But we have to alert them. We have to draw their attention toward these cyber crimes and other activity. I remember this day, though I was not acquainted with these subjects and this SEBI and this kind of financial institutions, when I was the leader and activist in Andhra Pradesh. I received a number of the calls from United States of America and also some business people here in India. They requested me to raise the issue of Satyam computers. Without going into the personal or any about that industry or anything, because I was party to those proceedings, I was on the record. So I was asked to alert the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh about this irregularity. To understand a prima facie case, it required for me about 1 day throughout the day to understand prima facie of that case. Somehow I being the leader, I was deployed into the service by my party. I gave a statement. I alerted the Chief Minister. But the Chief Minister immediately reacted. That Satyam is, of course, there may be problem with the Satyam, but Maithas is all right. The reverse of the Satyam is Maithas. Because Maithas was very much involved with this in irrigation projects. The irrigation projects are very sensitive subject. It may be in Andhra Pradesh or in Maharashtra. But immediately after 2-3 days, Mr. Satyam himself confessed about this. It was over. So after this, I received many calls from the IAS and some of the intellectual IPS officers. They thought that I am acquainted with this subject. In fact, it was wrong. But however, I transmitted all the representation to the government, various experts. There were a number of suggestions. Though we are dealing with the cyber crimes, the crime with which we are charging certain companies, they are only bailable and non-cognizable. A person sitting over in America or in Russia, they may commit an offense here. How to trace him about? For that, there was a number of suggestions. I only have what I could do was I transmitted them to concerned authorities. I do feel that every academic year in the schools and colleges must begin with a specialized talk on cyber security, cyber crime, and safe use of internet. Challenges also bring with them opportunities. As an IT superpower in the world, there is also a huge opportunity for India waiting to be tapped. India is the IT outsourcing capital of the world. Global business are therefore looking at India to provide them the necessary cyber security professionals and technology. Areas such as cyber security monitoring services have considerable potential for employment. To tap these opportunities, universities and industry must forge partnership and launch various programs on cyber security at the undergraduate level and above. I, being the Chancellor of the 20 University in Maharashtra, I assure you that I am going to take the necessary steps to contain the menace of this cyber crime. I have no doubt in my mind that India can provide leadership to the world in the war on cyber crime by creating the trained force of young and talented cyber professionals and offering its expertise to the nations of the world. I congratulate the Mumbai Stock Exchange and SEBI for bringing the issue of cyber security and resilience into sharp focus through its conference. I wish and hope that the conference will become a regular annual feature of the BSc. I am sure the galaxy of the experts who are in front of me gathered here will help significantly improve our understanding of the various implications of cyber security and will help our business leaders in tackling and checking out a clear action plan to improve our preparedness and resilience dealing with the cyber crimes. I wish all of you fruitful deliberations. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra. Thanking you very, very much.